Hello friends, in electrodynamics, your first article is Coulomb's law. Now statement of the Coulomb's law. It states that the force of attraction or repulsion between two electric point charges is directly proportional to product of 2 point charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. The direction of the force is always along the line joining the point charges. Now in figure, if you consider Qj and Qk are two charges and distance between these two charges is Rjk, then if these two charges are like charges, means that it has positive and positive, then there is a repulsion between these two charges, and if they are unlike charges, if Qj is positive and Qk is negative, then there is a force of attraction between these two Qj and Qk charge, and this force of attraction or force of repulsion is given by the Coulomb's law, that is force of attraction between two unlike charges Fjk is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Qj Qk upon Rjk square. It means that this force is directly proportional to product of their charges, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between these two charges. Now in vector equation, this is written as Fjk is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Qj Qk upon Rjk cube dot Rjk, where Rjk is the vector distance directed from Qj to Qk, and 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant of proportionality whose value depends upon units employed. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space equal to the 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square per Newton meter square. If we consider all charges in the universe which are rest relative to Qk, the total electrostatic force Qk will be the vector sum of forces due to all charges. Now in this equation 2 is called Coulomb's law and holds only for charge object whose size are much smaller than the distance between them. We often say that it holds only for point charges. This law, when incorporated into the structure of quantum physics, correctly describes the electric forces that binds the electrons of an atom to its nucleus. Second, the forces that bind atoms together to form molecules, and third, the forces that bind atom and nucleus together to form solids or liquids. Now this law is very important in electrodynamics.